everyone,
Hello!
and welcome to Kirsty and Briony's Comfort Zone.
I am Kirsty.
And I am Briony.
Wow.
And we are Kirsty and Briony.
We are! And we're going to listen to some dreams.
Try to work out why and what
Why?
and how. Well, we know how.
And who?
When? Well, we know when.
When?
Yeah.
How?
All of the above.
Why?
What the
for?
heck?
What the heck?
Why the frick?
Why the frick are you having weird dreams?
Weird dreams. I'll tell you what I do dream. I've already told you, but off the record. But this is now on the record.
Uh-huh.
Or on the record, I guess.
On the record.
I keep having dreams that there are orders from some evil empire, like the King's Men or the Secret Service or something, to kill
Right.
donkeys. And I don't know what it means.
Yeah, you did mention that. You've had a few donkey killing dreams.
And I don't know why. I love donkeys.
I
and
love
I don't know whether
donkeys.
it's just like my... Is that like the ultimate bad thing that like to signify a mean person is if they try and get rid of donkeys? I don't know. I honestly do not know. But it's happened twice now. Both times I've woken up like, why the donkeys?
Why the donkeys?
I loved them.
Donkeys are the best, man. They're so cute. I can't believe you'd want to hurt them.
They're so chaos. I love them. They're just
so-
like a rule unto themselves.
They are. They're really naughty and fun.
I
They
feel
are the
like
best.
horses will sort of try, like obviously you get naughty horses, but I feel like horses sort of try and please a bit. Donkeys don't care.
No, donkeys do not try. They're just like, yeah, I'm a donkey. You got to deal with it.
They're out for a good time.
Yeah.
Donkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Love them.
Always love them. Love them. Well, other than the donkey dreams, you've been having some other dreams, I guess, unless all of these dreams that you're about to listen to are about donkeys? Question mark.
I think one of them has donkeys in. I
Oh
think
my
the
gosh.
latest one has donkeys. I have absolutely no memory of what the other one is, though. I briefly listened to it before we started recording just to check that it wasn't one we'd listened to before.
Right.
And I had no memory of it whatsoever.
I have no memory of this dream.
It's not even in my voice.
It just wasn't me. I don't know where it came from.
Just a random recording on my phone.
Oh my gosh. Well, I haven't really had any coherent dreams in the last couple of weeks because we missed last week because we've been busy bees.
We
But
did.
I've just been having, I have had dreams, but they've been just very weird and very
Oh,
all over the place.
yeah.
Although I was saying that there is one dream that I could probably just relay as if I'd recorded it. Because I woke up because the postman delivered something while I was dreaming. I forgot it, went back to sleep, and when I woke up, I remembered it. So I never really got around to recording it, but I do technically have a dream that I could regale you with,
Regale, tell me the tale.
if you so wish. Well,
Yes.
you.
I was just going to say, I've sort of been having some dreams, but because I've been cat sitting, I've been getting up really early. So if I have, I think I've just been waking up and just actually being quite awake.
Right.
Whereas normally
yeah.
I get into the sleepy, I'm still thinking about my dream and I've got time to record it. Whereas this last week or so, I've been awake,
busy.
up, get out. And there was one day when I didn't have to get up early and I was like, I can have a lie-in, my first lie-in for a week. And I woke up at 7:30 for no reason. Hadn't set an alarm. I just wide awake, 7:30. I was like, guess I'll get up.
That's
And then the next day I overslept, so it balanced out eventually.
There you go. It worked itself out, perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
And I've been sleeping in like a big old goblin lately.
Goblin.
Goblin
those dreams.
Goblin those dreams. I just love bed. I don't know what
Bed
it
is
is
so
about
good.
bed, but I just love it. It's
Because it's been
so good.
a little bit colder recently, I've been heating up my warm worm for bed.
Oh.
And he's so, for those who don't know about my warm worm, as you might not, he's basically a really long
What?
water bottle with a cover of a worm.
Oh my God.
He's amazing. His name is George. I didn't name him. That's just what the model of worm he is. There's 4 different worms. I have George. But they're really nice because it's not like when you have like a normal hot water bottle that's just like a little hot square and you have to choose like, oh, do I want this up here? Do I want it on my feet? With George, he like is like half the length of my body, so a
He's
lot
everywhere.
of me gets warm. And also we can put him along the end of the bed and then both Alex and I have warm feet. So
Aww.
I would
What a
recommend
good boy.
getting yourself a warm worm.
Get yourself a
Oh,
George.
can we get sponsored by Warm Worm?
Oh my God, please. I
I'd
would
be very
love one.
happy. Any Warm Worm employees? Listening?
Any warm worm employees out there?
Set us up.
If you'd like a sponsored spot, then let us know.
Oh wait, no, I've already recommended. Okay, no one get one until.
Oh yeah, nobody buy warm worms. Terrible.
Hold off. They are
awful.
really good, but just wait until we give the go ahead. Then get them, and then say we sent you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I interrupted you. What was your dream?
Oh, no, that's okay. It was a very, very important interruption. Okay, so buckle up because it was a weird one. All my dreams have been very, very weird. And this was no different. It was very strange. So it begins with me.
Oh.
And a person who was supposed to be my dad, but it wasn't my dad. It was just a man. And
Just an innocent man.
Just an innocent man. This man, he signed us up for a battle royale.
Oh.
Without realizing that means that one of us would survive and not both of us, because that's how battle royales work. So when I was like, Dad, you realize that means like I'd probably just have to kill you the minute we step in there. He was like, oh no. But before we even got the chance, someone else came along and killed him. And I was like, oh no, damn, he's dead. Anyway, so I continued into the battle royale on my own. And you had to find guns, kind of like in Fortnite, I guess. You just find guns randomly wherever. And I found 2 guns in a bush, and they were fake. I found 2 fake guns, and they didn't shoot, they didn't do anything.
Oh.
But I was like, I'm going to carry them around so that people think I'm tough and they won't come for me. So I had these 2 guns, and I was wandering around trying not to get shot. And there was like a little rest area, almost like a little park with like a little ice cream booth, and people were having picnics. So I went in there, and there were some of my old school friends just chilling. And I was like, oh, how's the old battle royale going for you guys? They're like, oh, yes, right. We're just having a nice time. And then everyone got up and left. And people started getting a bit riled up because, you know, it's a battle royale. People tend to get a bit riled up.
Yeah.
And suddenly there was a car. So I got in the car and I was like, I got to get out of here. And I had a look at the map, and it was like a big square map with a big lake in the middle. So I was like, right, I will go like west around the lake and try and find somewhere to hide out. So I started driving. And I was going up a path, and there were people just walking along the path leisurely. And I was like bumping them as I was driving past, like, oh, sorry. You're in my way. I'm trying to drive. Whoops. And they were kind of like getting mad and trying to shoot me as I drove past them. And I was like, oh dear, sorry. Until eventually I came to like a wooden hut, and it had like a slope that went up to a wooden building, and people were queuing on this slope for like a roller coaster. So I got out of my car and I joined the queue because this was the only way to get through this area to go up this slope and around. But people were queuing up there, so I had to queue. And I'm waiting in the queue, and I found like a backpack and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is good. This will help me like in my adventures in this battle royale where everyone is currently queuing for a roller coaster. And then eventually I get to the building at the top, and I can't really remember what happened after that, but myself and a few other survivors of this battle royale ended up in a building, in maybe the building at the top of this bit where we were queuing.
Yeah.
And, they were all like arguing amongst themselves. They were like, oh, so-and-so didn't survive and so-and-so has gone home because they were crying because there was so much like horrible murder in this battle royale. Yeah. Like, what a wuss. And we were all just there hanging out. And then it was revealed to us that Lewis Brindley of the Yogscast was the instigator behind this whole battle royale. And he revealed himself. He was standing atop a balcony in this building and we're all like on the bottom floor looking up. And he's revealing his grand master plan that this battle royale was in fact a ruse to get people to power up any magical items they may have been wearing without realizing. And now they've gone through all of these tasks and murders and things, any of their magical items would have activated, and he wants to collect them all for himself. And I was like, oh my God, Lewis Brindley of the Yogscast, how could you? So I pushed him out of a window.
You pushed the pusher?
I pushed the pusher out of a window. He didn't fall out of the window though. He just went onto like a balcony on the outside of the window. So I pushed him out there. I closed the window. And he was going around to each other window and trying to open them. And I was closing them all and locking them as he was doing it. Yeah. And he was like knocking on the window and talking like, let me in. And I was like, no. And he just kept making noises. So I pulled all of the blinds down so we couldn't see him. And I was like, you stay out, Lewis. Get out of here. And then there was a toad from Mario and he was wearing pants. And turns out his pants were magical because of the battle royale. So I was like, Toad, I need your pants to help us escape. So I took them. And when I grabbed them, they like grew so that they would fit me because toads are very small. Yeah. And I was like, wow, perfect. So I put on Toad's magical pants. And we all sort of started formulating a plan to escape from this building before Lewis found a way to get back in. And while we were all like sneaking around and collecting stuff to get out, my sister turned up and was like, I'm here for a job interview. I'm here to try out to be the new artist. And it was like, okay, I don't know what you're doing here, but we're leaving. So that we started trying to leave, and that's when I woke up.
Oh, wow.
That was my dream.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think it is?
What?
I think it's because obviously when you do things like TTT and GTA, there are limited spots as to who can join in. And now Nowsy has started doing it. I think you're ready to fight him to the death. Yeah, honestly, I can see that. Yeah, you're like, okay, buddy, you've stepped in now. There ain't room in this town for both of us.
There's room for both of us.
And you're just going to have to fight now.
We're all going to have to battle royale for spots in the main channel YouTube videos.
Yeah. I think that's it. I don't know where Toad comes into this and his pants, but
maybe I just have to push Lewis out of a window and lock him out, and then I'll take his spot. Yeah,
you're gonna take over. Then you get to choose who's in them. Oh my god!
Woo!
Power play.
Oh my god! Perfect. Yeah, it was a weird one. It was strange. I think the car bit was because, like, the night before, me, Zoe, and Rydian were all driving around in a car on Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
And for some reason that just stayed in my brain, and I was driving around slowly and knocking into people. But yeah, no, that was my dream. That is the only coherent dream I've had in the last couple of weeks. The only other thing I remember from a different dream was there was a room full of giant hard-boiled eggs, and there were lots of people. There was a person sitting in each egg, and they were like eating the yolk from the inside. Oh. And they were like, they would shake or dance, and then loads of egg yolk would fly everywhere.
I wonder if eggs are in the book. I bet they're not in that capacity. Would they be in food, or would that count as its own separate thing, do you reckon? Are eggs their own thing?
They'd probably be their own separate thing, maybe, because there's, I don't know. I feel like egg is a big, like, fertility symbol.
Is. Yeah. It has its own section right next to ejaculation.
Oh,
The egg
lovely.
is the symbol of unrealized potential, of possibilities yet to come. So to dream of an egg indicates that we have not made fully conscious our natural abilities. To be eating an egg shows the need to take in certain aspects of newness before we can fully explore a different way of life.
Oh,
There you
interesting.
go.
Very interesting.
Oh my gosh, the life principle and the germ of all things is said to be contained in the cosmic egg.
Egg.
Egg. So
Egg.
you need to take in certain aspects of newness. So maybe you need to eat Nelsie's egg.
That's not where I thought that sentence was going. I thought you were going to say you need to accept that new people will come to TTT and you might have to go a week without recording.
You mean you need to egg
You have to eat
accept?
Nelsie's. Oh, no. Eggs. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Egg.
Egg.
So unrealized potential. What is your egg? I guess that does make sense because an egg is just like a baby that hasn't happened yet.
True.
I want that on a poster. An egg is just a
egg.
baby that hasn't happened yet. It's like the same as a stranger is just a friend you haven't made yet. But what if the stranger was an egg?
Now we were thinking about merch. There it is. You've done it.
Egg. Maybe
Egg.
you've do you have any I was gonna say, do you have any potential?
I don't think so.
Do you have any potential projects that you would like to do that are still an egg that you've not hatched? Are you sitting on any projects and keeping them warm?
I'm always thinking about projects, but I never get them done. So my eggs are just there, unhatched forever.
Oh, your little brood.
My little brood of unrealized ideas.
Egg. Eggs are weird.
Eggs are weird. They're very strange.
Can you imagine if everything laid eggs instead of having mammals and birds? If it was just all eggs.
Imagine if, like, elephants laid eggs.
Egg-elephants. Imagine if, like, instead of people being like, you know, when you get those videos of people surprising their partner with a puppy, but instead they just surprise them with a dog egg. You're like, oh my gosh.
Wow, I've always wanted one. Oh my God.
I sort of love and hate those videos. I love just how much happiness there is in them. But I also hate the fact that someone could surprise someone with a puppy because I'm like, that's a big thing. You're getting a new family member. That shouldn't be a surprise. You should be prepared for this. And I know a lot of them are probably like set up and they know they're getting a puppy and it's all just for the clicks and the likes and whatever. But I just, I quite like when you get the ones where children are getting a dog because I guess that is a nice surprise for them and they're not going to be financially responsible. So the adults have obviously planned it, but for the kid, it's just like,
yeah. It gives people ideas as well, though. Like when I worked at the shelter, we did have people come in. I remember a lady came in once and she was like, oh, I'm just here to look at cats. I'm thinking about getting my mum one for a birthday. And I was just like, what? No.
It's just so, like, imagine if I turned up at your house and I was like, oh my gosh, I adopted you a child. Surprise. They're yours now. Take them to school every day. It's just like...
It's just so much...
It's weird.
Responsibility to spring on someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puppies.
Puppies though.
I was trying to imagine if Alex surprised me with... To be honest, if Alex did surprise me with any animal he'd adopted, I would be happy. But I don't think everyone has that same attitude.
I was thinking the other day about if I had a dog. Like, if I had a place with a garden, I probably would go and get a dog.
Would Tabs has he ever met a dog before?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, because my mum said, like, oh, you should get a little dog. And I was like, no, not when I have Tabs. Because Tabs is my son and I could not replace him with a dog. That would make him sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I didn't have Tabs and if I had a garden, I would probably just be like, I need a dog. I need a dog right now.
Dog.
Even today, actually, I was sitting there and I was like, I need more rats.
Oh my gosh, yes, do it. I want you to move to Bristol and have rats, please.
That's it, because I have
tiny requests that I have.
2 tiny requests.
Very small
they are both
requests.
Oh, I would love it. I would love to have more little baby rats.
Yeah.
To hug and to kiss.
What's a group of rats called? Like, what's the collective?
People who own rats call them a mischief, but I don't know if that's the actual term.
Okay.
But yeah.
You do get some...
A mischief.
Like, odd... nouns? Words?
Nouns? Words?
Animals?
Words.
Collections.
You do, yeah. There are some weird ones. I wonder who comes up with them.
Yeah, like, honestly. Who makes them official? Isn't it like a parliament of owls? Is that one?
That sounds right. Yeah.
I
thought you were saying that it was a parliament of owls that decided.
Yeah, that's who it has to go through. Parliament.
It has to go through the owl parliament before it's official. Like, oh, we want to call a group of rats a mischief, and the owl's just there like, ooh.
We accept. I like dazzle of zebras.
Ooh, is that real?
Yeah,
a dazzle?
A dazzle. That's one of my favourite ones. You know, one of the words for worms is a bed of worms.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one for sure.
Yeah.
Bed of worms. You wouldn't want to lay on them, though. It'd be very squishy.
True. If it was worm on a string, it could be quite nice.
That would be nice, yeah. A bed of worm on a string would be good.
I probably could do that. It'd be quite a thin bed, but I have enough. Worm.
You definitely have enough.
Sometimes I think I don't.
Let's see.
Sometimes I shouldn't say this in a recorded setting because that's what got me into this trouble. But sometimes I have projects on my mind and I'm like, oh, I need more worms for this. And then I hear myself thinking it and I'm like, no, you do have enough.
So apparently a group of bats can be a colony, a cloud, or a cauldron.
Oh,
a cauldron of bats. I love that. That's cool.
You can have a fluffle of bunnies. It's one of my favourite ones.
A fluffle?
Because it is what they is. They is fluffy. They is a little fluffle.
A group of emus is called a mob, which I can see that. I can see that. They're very threatening.
Aww.
A group of emus.
Oh my gosh, have you ever seen the thing where, I can't remember what show it was. It was one of them question shows where people ask questions and they answer them and they win money. But I've forgotten
I see.
the name.
A game show.
A game show. A quizzy game show.
A quizzy game show.
And someone, because for moles, it's a labour of moles. And someone's, one of the questions was like, what is the collective noun for moles that also like takes its name, that shares its name with a government party? And the person answered Liberal Democrats. Like a Liberal Democrat of moles? Or like what?
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Apparently you get a prickle of hedgehogs. That one makes sense.
Aww. A venue of vultures.
Oh my gosh.
I love an unkindness of ravens. That's cool. That's very cool.
I'm sure they're very kind, though.
You can have a wisdom of wombats.
Wisdom of wombats with their...
Oh, wombats, very wise.
Square poos.
Yeah.
Good old square poos.
Oh my God, a lamentation of swans.
Oh my gosh, apparently caterpillars is an army of caterpillars.
Oh, bloody hell.
Blimey.
Blimey.
Would you like to listen to one of my dreams?
Yeah, we probably should, shouldn't we? Hang on, a business of ferrets.
Business. We do have a lot of business to do. Mostly involving just having no bones and being made of spaghetti. And chaos.
Okay, let's listen to your dream. I'm going to get distracted.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I had a dream that was in like 3 parts that don't seem to have been connected at all. But it started off that it was like meant to be this like future dystopian world. But it was just really grey. And I was sneaking around. I think I was the Mandalorian. But I was back in my hometown, I think. And I broke into this place to see these people to maybe rescue something. But I don't remember what I did. And then the bad guys turned up and it just stopped. And it was on the next part of the dream. The next part was that I was playing golf with a bunch of people, but I only remember that Lydia was there, and it was just this like big field, and all of a sudden this like evil farmer robot man turned up, and he was trying to shoot golf balls at everyone with this like massive square gun, and 3 of us tried running away. But I did that dream thing of being like, oh, I can't really run. So I just sort of like thought, I'll take this one for the others. And I fell over right by him. And at first it looked as if he was going to chase someone else. But then he turned around and like pointed his gun at me. So I just put my finger in the end of it and it couldn't shoot me or the golf balls couldn't come out. And then eventually he just sort of like wandered off. So I was like, oh, I can finally take my shot. And I went to take the shot, but Lydia had her foot in front of the hole. So I was like, oh, can you move, please? And then at the last second of me going to hit my ball, it just fell suddenly into this like tiny sinkhole. And I went to reach in to get it out. And it was just full of like rat poo. And my hand got covered in rat poo. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go and wash my hands. And then I walked past this lady who was like waiting to get onto the golf pitch. And I was like, oh, just so you know, there's a murderous golf robot around. Just be careful. And there's rat poo in the holes. And then it turned out I was like, maybe back in my old house. And I don't know. It was weird. It was one of those dream houses that wasn't a real place. But I was washing my hands, and then everyone was like, "Come on, you gotta get ready for the wedding." And I thought it was my sister's wedding, but then my sister was one of the like bridesmaids, and we had these matching dresses that were red with these big black arrows on, and these little like gold, not completely gold, but these cardigans that had like gold thread in them, and this massive bouquet of flowers that had this like huge knitted bag that they went in. Everything was just a bit weird. And I just remember being like, oh, I guess I better do my legs then, because I'm a bridesmaid. And I shut the door in what was meant to be my bedroom, but also just had a massive sink in it. But then there was a bit when I was meant to be talking to my niece, but I can't remember what we were talking about. Everything's just fuzzy dream. Fuzzy. Okay, well, there you go. Bye. Everything's
fuzzy
just
dream.
fuzzy.
It's just a fuzzy dream.
Yeah, what a
my gosh.
strange
That was
one.
wild.
I love that.
was a
I think
strange
I know why the first bit, because I was watching through the latest Yogscast Games Night video, which had The Mandalorian in. That was probably how that snuck in there. Either that or, one of many Pedro Pascal TikToks that's been recommended to me. One or the other.
God, they're everywhere at the minute, aren't they? He's just all over it.
Oh, dear. But so I love that it was sort of like the bad guys turned up, but then they went away. It's fine, whatever. Okay, next part. It's like I just couldn't be bothered to...
They just gave up.
We won. But the golf robot farmer guy, I've no idea.
Yeah. I love how, you warned the people as well. You're like, there might be a murderous golf robot. Just watch out.
It's a killer robot and the hose are full of rat poo. Bye-bye. I also like that Sleepy Me called it a golf pitch. That just shows how sporty I am.
A golf pitch?
No, just heading out to the golf pitch. Doing my golf sports.
I love golf ball.
Good golf ball. Holes. Am I right? Sand.
Full of poop.
I don't know why Lydia was blocking my golf shot. I don't know.
Maybe you just had Lydia on the mind because you're looking after her cats.
Yeah, and I guess I would have... When was this? I was round hers the other weekend, so maybe that would have been near there.
Oh, yeah. It would have been.
Yeah.
Very
strong.
It's just in your brain.
Just Lydia on the brain.
In your brain, blocking your golf shots. Did you say you put your finger inside a gun barrel as well to stop it shooting?
In my dream state, I did that thing where you can't, I can never run away from things in dreams. I just do that jelly running where you don't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think I was like, okay, well, I can't run away, so I have to stand, but I'm not going to fight him. So I just put my finger in the end of the gun and was like, whoop.
There we go. Yeah. That'll stop him.
Oh, apparently it worked.
Oh, dear.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just worth a try, isn't it? God, it reminds me of, not a dream, but it reminds me of Pathfinder the other day. We went into an old abandoned brewery in our Pathfinder game, and we were attacked by murderous beer robots. And they had hoses that they were spraying beer out of. And I turned to Rythian, who was DMing it, and I was like, I want to tie their hoses together. And he was just like, what? I was like, let me do it, Rythian. I want to tie their hoses together. It would have been exactly the same reaction. I want to put my finger at the end of the hose to stop the beer.
Pop my finger up.
Just pop it in there. That'll stop them.
Golf is actually in the book.
Oh, what does it say?
Says the game of golf can represent many things in a dream sequence. As with many games, it can represent belonging to a team, but conversely, it can represent our own individual achievement. To be playing such a game indicates that we need freedom of movement and clarity of vision. I don't really associate those things with golf. I associate boring. What I associate with golf is boring. A nice walk ruined.
Yeah, just...
There's playing golf.
Unless it's
now that's a whole other kettle of fish. If mini golf was genuinely a miniature version of big golf would be better. If there was massive windmills and pirate ships, I could get behind big golf. But it's not. It's a lie.
Same. Honestly, same.
Mini golf is fun, though.
It's so much better, yeah. Regular golf, boring, as you say. Yeah. Stick a windmill on there, And I'm
It
sold.
says, playing golf can often represent our need to show our prowess. To be able literally to drive as far as we can, and often is used within the context of business acumen. I ain't doing no business.
God.
I don't do no
Business.
business golf. What the heck?
Maybe that's what all of the rich businessmen that play golf are trying to do. They're just showing off when they're hitting the golf balls.
I just remembered where golf was mentioned recently. I was
What is it?
watching the latest series of Taskmaster, and Frankie
Right.
Boyle, who I don't normally find funny, he's not usually my sense of humour, but he said something about, someone asked him if he'd played golf before, I think. And he said, I've never played golf because I'm happily married. And I think it was that. I think it was just that. That must be what the golf was in my head.
Good. Yeah, that must be where it came from. Oh
I
my
do
gosh.
I think like there's been a lot of golf in we've been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Larry David and his friends seem to play golf a lot.
Yeah.
So I guess just golf things.
Yeah, I've never watched Curb. There was a stage where everyone, like on Discord at night, they were all watching Curb, and I was just like, nah.
It is.
I don't know why. I just
It is
didn't sit and
good.
watch it.
Some of it has aged very badly.
Yeah, it's been going for a long time, hasn't it? I bet there is some stuff in there that's a bit like, ugh.
But overall, like the older stuff is a lot better than the later things. It's just like, it's such a ridiculous show. Like a tiny thing will happen at the beginning, and then it will set off this like random series of events, and it'll all loop back round at the end, and it will just be, but like in a way that you're just like, how did they write this? This is just madness. It's so weird. Yeah, like I say, some of it, ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, you find that with a lot of shows, like even like non-comedy shows. I mean, maybe even especially non-comedy shows. Like I've watched a lot of crime shows just in general, and stuff like Law and Order and stuff like that. They all started like back in the 90s, and you go and watch those original episodes, and so many of them, it's like,
Yeah.
oh dear, oh no, oh how times
There's a
have
few
changed.
shows
This
that
is
I'm
not
quite
very
happy
cool.
to just like commit to, memory and not actually rewatch them again. Just
Memory,
be like,
yeah.
I enjoyed it in its
like,
time.
yeah, let's just
but yeah,
leave it in the
Like I'll still
past.
reference Friends a lot, but I would never recommend anyone go and watch Friends. It's just one of those things you grew up with.
Well, your dream was very weird, and I think in conclusion, golf. You want to show your business acumen to Lydia.
I want to do
probably.
business, and
And-
Lydia is getting in the way.
She's scanning away.
With her foot. She's trying to stop my business.
What the heck?
And then my business fell in the rat poo. The business.
Just rat poo. Did you actually see a rat though?
No, it was just,
That's a
I don't know
shame.
why specifically, why I was so like, I know this exact type of poo
Definitely
that's
rat
going
poo.
on in here. This is rat poo. I don't know if I've ever particularly seen rat poo.
Oh,
It's not one of the main poos I deal with. I see hamster poo every day, but I
have
don't see.
had my fair
Rat
share
poo.
of dealing with rat poo.
We didn't really get many rats in at the vet over a long time. They're just sort of pop in and out, so I never really had to clean up their poo.
I'll tell you that it's got weird poo. Guinea pigs.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So I love guinea
They're
pigs.
like little cucumbers.
I love guinea pigs and I love bunnies. But the thing that puts bunnies in the lead for me is how much better their poos are than guinea
Yeah.
pigs. Weird, slimy boomerangs are just like, ugh, I don't know.
They're really strange.
Yeah.
Like little boomerang cucumber boys.
Yeah. Just so
And then you got
moist.
rabbits with their little Nesquiks. It's a lot
Yeah.
easier to deal with.
Like I happily, like if one of the bunnies has like kicked a poo out, I happily pick it up with my hands. I wouldn't think anything of it. You can't say that for many poos.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Rabbits, a lot easier to deal with their poops.
Yeah. Tastes weird though.
Tastes a bit grassy, you know, like an old salad.
The only other thing I was gonna say about at one point I heard myself say about there being like a golden thread or something in the wedding attire. And at the bit of my audiobook that I am listening to at the moment, it is Jason's quest for the golden fleece. So I'm guessing it's very simply just thinking about golden fleeces. So the golden thread got in there.
But you also said you had a red dress with a big arrow on it, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. What was the arrow pointing at?
I don't remember.
Not your face or the floor or
just outwards, just pointing forward.
Out.
Where I was meant to go.
There we go. So you'll never get lost.
I have no memory of that part of the dream at all. I remember vaguely the golf part, but all the rest of it is like, didn't come back to me at all. I was listening to that.
Yeah. Interesting.
But the next dream was my yesterday dream. So that one is still very fresh.
You might remember this one a bit more.
I very remember it because...
And I feel like it's going to have donkeys in it.
Because in it, not to spoilers, but Pierre got really annoyed at me and I woke up really sad that Pierre was annoyed at me and it felt really real. I was just like, oh my gosh, why is Pierre so angry?
What have I done to Pierre?
So that part is still very raw. But I'll see him tomorrow. And
you can apologise.
I'm going to annoy him. Make my dream come
I'm
true.
I'm going to be there too, so I'll help. Okay, well, let's listen and see what you did to annoy Pierre.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. I had a dream that I was sat with Tom Bates and we were watching Alex. He was talking to someone, but I don't know what about. We were both sort of just waiting for them to be done. And then Alex came back over and I was like, oh, is everything okay? And he was like, yeah, but someone was editing the photographs and Pierre saw them and he was really angry and he was like, why isn't Briony doing those? Why he was like kicking off about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, Pierre's angry at me. And then we were at some like antiques fair or something that was held at this farm. And all I remember were there were these little like wooden stools. I think they were meant to be like prayer stools. Yeah, there was just all this like really old dark furniture being sold. And then it changed to being that it was like traitors. And there was a lady who had been kicked off, but then she was coming back. But the condition of her coming back is that everyone gathered in a room and they played a video of like all the mean things she had ever said about any of them, like to anyone or off in the talking head sort of thing. So I walked in and they were all just watching that. And I was thinking like, I wonder if she was manipulated into saying these things or whether it's stuff she actually thought. And then I was in this field and there was these two guys and I think I was worried that they were gonna kill this donkey. And I was really like, I was with someone, but I don't remember who. And I think they did. And then they started like walking out and I was just sort of like, oh, okay, turn around, pretend you didn't see, just keep walking. And then I think this lady who was meant to be the mayor was there. And all of a sudden there were just loads of people there and we were like, oh no, what's going on? I have a feeling there was like a storm brewing or something. But we then walked back through the market thing and I realised I'd been carrying one of the little prayer stools. So I just sort of put it in the shop, even though I knew it didn't belong in the shop. I just put it down and was like, okay, let's go. But then my mum was there and she was looking at like tiles or something. I'm not sure what. But she was like, oh, look at these. So I was like, oh, do you know what? Yeah, I'll have a little look around the shop whilst I'm here. Another part of the dream, when I was walking back to the market, I had a cat all of a sudden. And I remember I like picked the cat up and I cradled them. And I was like, oh no, are they okay with this? And I remember thinking, Mr. Tabs would be okay with this. So hopefully they're okay with this. But it was like a little tabby, but I think they were like less than a year old. They were really, really little and like skinny. But yeah, I don't know where I got the cat from, but I had a cat. The end. Bye-bye. Mr. Tabs would be okay with this.
Mr. Tabs would be okay with this.
I think the cat bit is literally just because I'm so comfortable with Tabs because he's such a good boy.
Yeah.
And then recently I've obviously been cat sitting like 4 different cats that I don't know as well as Tabs. And I have had that thing of like, oh, can I do pet this? He's okay.
This is the thing with Tabs. You can pet him everywhere and you can grab him and hold him like a baby and he's just like, meow. Whereas any other cat, you're like, no, wait, I can't do that.
Like, even if he doesn't particularly like something, like his paws being touched, he won't be like angry. He'll just be like, please no.
Yeah, he'll just move his paw back like, no, don't touch that.
Such a good boy.
He's such a sweet boy. After I gave him his breakfast, he went into my bedroom today and he's just been sleeping on the pillow and he looks so serene and cute.
Oh, bless him. He's got a good life, that boy.
Yeah, very good boy.
I remember about the donkey part. I was so upset about the idea of killing a donkey that I never actually saw it in the dream. In the dream, I was like watching them go by and then they went behind a massive tree as they were walking along and that's where they did it. And then they walked out the other side.
God.
Like I couldn't even bring myself to think about the poor donkey.
Aww.
So I censored it.
I feel like you're just like gonna keep dreaming about donkeys in danger because you wake up and you think, oh no, I dreamt a donkey got killed, and then you end up dreaming about it more.
No, it's like a self-fulfilling
infinite loop.
Donkey prophecy.
Yeah.
Donkeys aren't in my book, so I don't know what dreaming of donkeys means.
Huh. Let's see what random articles on the internet say.
Yay!
Dreaming.
My true guide
of donkeys. Donkey dreams from Psychologist World.
Ooh.
To dream of a donkey. Let's see. If you're kicked by one, if you lead one, what does that mean? If you see one dead, I mean, you didn't see him dead.
Did in my other dream, though.
Oh, if you see one dead, okay, I don't know what this means. It denotes satiated appetites.
Oh.
Resulting from licentious excesses. What does that mean?
What? So, like,
I need Google Translate from this. What does this mean? It means you're not hungry.
Yeah. But what licentious? I barely get out of my gym jams. I've not got the energy to be licentious.
Do you know what licentious means?
Isn't it just like
licentious, promiscuous, and unprincipled in sexual matters?
Oh no!
So it means you were feeling very sexy, and then you dealt with that.
Oh my God! Wait, is the donkey the sexy in this? Is this like a euphemism? Like, oh, I'm gonna go kill the donkey. Hey, what?
Oh, hey. Let's see what the other ones mean. There might be other things. To see others riding donkeys denotes a meager inheritance for them and a toiling life. This website doesn't make any sense. I'm going on a different website. How old
is this website? Is it from medieval times?
It sounds like
this website has been transcribed from tomes. To see the riding of a donkey. You will not have a good harvest.
Dream vision in which you see a dead donkey is usually interpreted as an alarming and unfavorable omen, regardless of any related details. The sign foretells that in the upcoming future, you could commit a wrongful or even unlawful act, either on your own or with a group of people.
Well, you are coming down this weekend. Do you want to do some crime?
Oh, true. Crime time.
A bit of crime.
Ooh.
Not one of the bad ones, just a fun one. Not murder or anything. This is a nice fun crime.
Oh, hang on. So apparently killing a donkey, I mean, this is about like if you killed a donkey, but you saw a donkey being killed.
Yeah.
But if you killed a donkey, it says it foretells that you could find yourself unable to escape a bad attitude from your bosses towards you, even after such drastic steps as switching careers or moving to another town.
But I'm my boss.
But you're your boss.
Oh my God, I gotta get away from this woman.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez. A donkey attacking a lion. A donkey falling into a swamp.
What? Wait. Is that from Shrek?
Oh. Drinking donkey milk.
What? Specifically dreams of drinking donkey milk?
Envisioning in a dream yourself drinking milk and eventually realizing it came from a donkey could be a sign indicating a significant flaw in your personality.
Wow.
Namely, you could often be quenching your whims and wishes at the cost of some important tasks and responsibilities just bestowed on you by your superiors.
Okay. I guess I can sort of get that. I guess in the attitudes of people, donkeys are seen as like if you can't, like, the nobility ride a horse and the peasants ride a donkey. So I guess if you're like accepting donkey milk instead of horse milk, you're not respecting yourself. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine there's much difference. They eat the same things as cows. Surely their milk would be.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, maybe.
Anyone
I have
in the
another one
comments?
for you. Any donkey milk and no. I found one more. Dreaming about a dead donkey. Dreaming of a dead donkey is terrible.
It
means trouble at the financial end.
I have that.
A financial crunch.
Oh, I am.
There is a possibility of bankruptcy for you if you don't handle your budget correctly.
There is.
Money will lead to stress.
It does.
All right, well, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What end of the donkey is the financial end?
I do not know. Where is there like a business end of a donkey?
The business end.
I'm sure the middle part, surely. The middle part
Business
is where
in the
they
front,
like
party in the back.
ass in the back. The only thing that donkeys are put to work with, aren't they, is like carrying stuff. So I guess the middle section is the business donkey. The rest is just for fun.
Yeah, must be.
The ass and the Eeyore. Eeyore.
Eeyore.
Oh,
I think generally a lot of these, because donkeys are like working animals, a lot of these are like, you are having trouble at work.
I have been working a lot more recently.
You have been, actually, yeah. You have been working yourself like a pack donkey.
Like a donkey. I'm
Like
the
a
donkey.
donkey.
Maybe I'm worried that I need to do something or the men will kill my donkey. I don't know. I don't know.
It means you need to have a rest. I've decided.
Yay!
Woo!
The financial one will be interesting because there is like, I'm like, okay, but literally in the same week, we found out we had to renew our mortgage. And obviously because inflation has gone up so much, the interest rates have gone up. It's gone up a lot, but. And then in that same week, our gutter fell down and
Oh my God.
we found out that Fionn needed a CT scan. So we were just like, okay. So
Yeah.
if donkeys are somehow, I mean, I've never thought of donkeys as being any sort of symbol of financial security, but if they are for some reason, then that would be pretty accurate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Need to take better care of my donkey.
Yeah. The donkey being yourself and your finances.
Yeah.
There we go.
The part about the footstools, I know exactly what that was about because
What is that about?
this is everyone. Be prepared. You're going to be very jealous of how cool I am in a few seconds' time. This weekend, I am thinking of going to a model railway exhibition. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Line up at the door, everyone. And I have been reading the website. I was reading the FAQ of the website of the exhibition. And one of the questions was, are there any stalls available for children to be able to see the exhibitions better? And it says that you can rent one for a refundable £3 and you take this little stall around with you for your child to step on. And the idea of it, for some reason, it just conjured up this idea of this like really like spoiled posh child just going around and being like, Mother, I cannot see the exhibition. My stool, Mother, put it down. Mother, I wish to see the trains. And I just found it hilarious. And I think that's just why I just had these.
So you started dreaming about
little stools.
A little stool to see the model railway.
Mummy, my stool.
I need my stool, Mummy. Oh my God. Well, that's that. Make sure you, next time we record, you need to tell me how the model railway was.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I've even planned, because it's like sort of technically in Bristol, but it's quite far north of Bristol. So it's going to take us a little while to get there. But I have already planned where we can have lunch because I looked up all of the pub menus locally. And I was like, I found the one I like. We will go to lunch there.
Aww. It sounds like it's going to be a really nice little day out. Make sure you take your stool.
Well, I'm going to lean over all the children. I'm going to block them from there, kick the stools out from under them. I'm going to steal the stools and refund them for £3. It's going to be a little earner for me.
My God.
And then I won't have money problems anymore. My donkeys will be saved.
Woohoo! Oh my God. Well, there we go. We found the answer.
The dream was just trying to tell me. It was like, use the stools. The stools.
Use the stools, Brady. Use the stools.
Oh, and then I get a cat.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
But hopefully it will be as well behaved as Tabs.
Yeah. I remember it was a lady cat and they were all like slinky because they were still sort of kitten into adult phase. Like a little slinky baby. Yeah.
Slinky baby.
Well, I guess we've got to the bottom of it once more.
We have. We're so good at this.
We're so good. We're professionals.
So good.
Do we have any questions? I dread to think, but do we have any questions?
I dread to think, yeah. Have you ever been to a model railway and did you use a stool?
I just really love model railways. I'm excited. I hope it's everything
I hope you have a lovely time.
I hope it will be.
Everything you've ever dreamed of.
I get to feel like a giant.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you, Kirsty, for chatting. It's been lovely.
Thank you, Briony. It has been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Until next time. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.